Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday Night Hockey Talk live stream. We're 3 days before the NHL entry draft, so we got lots of stuff to talk about. So who's in the room with me? And if you're in the room, give a thumbs up if you're going to have fun or if you're having fun. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and ring that notifications bell. All right, who's in the room with me? Let's go. So I'm doing this without my glasses. Not because I don't have glasses, but I want to see if I can read. That's it. Okay, Ryan. I see the word Ryan. Not much. What's up with you, Ryan? I'm having a good time here. George, enjoying the 7:30 start. Awesome. I thought I'd give it a change. I thought I might have been podcasting tonight, and we usually do that after 9. So I don't think I'm doing that tonight, but I had already put up the live stream. Joe's in the room and early this time. Awesome. Got a moderator already. How's it going, buddy? So I'm giving it a try. I can mostly see the writing, so hopefully this will go well. So what's in the news today? There's not a lot in the news today. For Habs, there's like nothing right now that I heard. If anybody's heard anything, let me know. There's some goalies that got signed today. So there's a couple guys off of the UFA list, goaltenders. Let me see now. It's just leaving Robin Lehner. The Golden Knights signed Robin Lehner to a 5-year, $25 million contract. Hey, Jeff Scarecrow or Jeff Roadside. I can't. You come in. You don't gotta come in more. Howdy, how's it going, buddy? NHL hockey news. How's it going? Yeah, no glasses. Oh, those in the thumbnail. Yeah, I thought. You know what? That was the option, the picture. They give you when you're uploading. And I looked at it and said, okay, it was all glare in my glasses. I said, oh, maybe I'll put a couple of Habs logos there. And I tried it out. So give it a try. But I'm having trouble reading this. I think I'm gonna have to wear my glasses. Yeah, my eyes are gonna strain. I'm gonna end up with a headache. Slapshot Hockey, how's it going? Bergevin qualified Domi, Mete, Willette, and Juleson. Yeah, well, they got to qualify them. They had till the draft 7th. I think they had till the 7th, the day after the draft, to qualify players. So, they're going to qualify them. That way they don't lose their rights. I actually tore a tendon in my wrist. Joe, wow, playing hockey. Exact same injury as Drew I had. He figures, he's your favorite guy. So I've been showing that off to relieve the pain. Well, I hope you heal quickly, Joe. I'm sorry to laugh, but Joe, and you're copying Joe. Good evening, Shamir. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I don't recognize you without the glasses. Yeah, I know, but I can't see. I was hoping it would be bigger and I would be able to see it, but can't. So what are you going to do? When I was younger, I could read in the dark. Now I can't read in the light. How much do you think Bergevin offered Domi? Well, when they qualify, it's a set amount. I don't know the actual rules, but it's a set amount based on what he made last year. They have to qualify him 5% more or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but they qualified him. So now they can negotiate for a new contract. So they have to qualify so that they can retain their rights. Otherwise, the player can walk. Sup Automatic 123. Yeah, you know what? I put the thumbnail up, Shamir, without thinking that, I don't have a hat on. Oh, well. I just realized that the thumbnail for the stream is the first time. Yeah, I know. It's not the first time. I've done a couple of videos where I've taken my hat off for a minute. Not even a minute. But, yeah. It's not that I'm not embarrassed that I'm bald. It's been like that for a long time. It just, I guess I'm used to having a hat on. I'm wearing this one because, CFL's in bad shape, so trying to support them I don't watch the CFL, right, but it's Canadian. They're in bad shape, so I'm supporting them. I like this hat, as a matter of fact. Robert Webb, what's up, buddy? Not much here, just doing my videos today, trying to pump out those 2 videos I just got out. I haven't put out a video in 5 days. I feel like it's been a month. Sergachev wins the cup with the team we traded him to. Who does he think he is? Yeah, congratulations to him. Listen, none of it's his fault. You know what I mean? Palat, Johnson, or Killorn traded from Lightning to sign some of the young players. Yeah, I guess it's going to be one of them. Wasn't happy, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Wasn't happy seeing Killorn in those videos, partying it up and not taking too many precautions. I mean, I guess I know they're stuck in the bubble for so long. They kind of want to break out, but not being smart about it. The NHL gave them some heck about that. I should have put that in my odds and ends. The Scarecrows band. We the Scarecrows had a gig today. Wow, right, in Spryfield here in Nova Scotia. My son recorded a couple of songs. We might upload them to the channel pretty soon. Yeah, let me know. I want to go listen to them. I don't always get the notifications in my recommended, and I don't use my subscription page very often, to be honest with you. So yeah, try to let me know, and I want to listen to that stuff. By the way, Johnson has a full no trade clause. Tyler Johnson, well, it's okay. He's a little short anyway. That's another small player. I don't think we need to trade for a small player. Might do a video ranking top 12 of our top 12 best prospects of ours. See, I'm paraphrasing for you. Yeah, hey, listen, go ahead and let me know when you're done. I want to check that out. Did you see that Domi Mete Willette? Yeah, they were giving quality. Gregor, they have to anyway. They have only, what are we today? They had only 4 more days left to qualify them, or else they could walk. You don't want to lose them just for nothing. Do you think Lundqvist will retire now that he's been bought out, or do you think he'll play for a new team? It's kind of rumored he wants to play another season, so I don't really know. I'm not really tuned into that, but I also heard the Rangers have a position for him in management somehow, so I don't know. We'll find out soon, I guess. What top 6 forward do you think can come to Habs for our first-round pick if this works out in our favor? We can speculate, and I have, but the truth is we don't really know. Don't know. It could be anyone. There's a lot of it's not prospects, because there's a lot of potential deals out there. A lot of guys, it's too hard to try to figure out which one Bergevin is going to go for, to be honest with you. So you kind of already have mine. I like Killorn. I like Dadonov as UFA signing. Who else did I put out there? Can't remember all of a sudden. But, Bergevin is probably not going to do it's unlikely the stuff we talk about is actually going to happen. Something else is going to happen. You know what I mean? He's going to do a different trade. So, just figure out. Don't be surprised now if he trades the first round pick, because, I think that's what he's looking maybe to do. If the deal is right, not just to trade it, if the deal is right. What do you think our chances of making the playoffs are if we stay with the team we have now? I think right now we still struggle to get in because we need some scoring help. So unless during the season everybody stays healthy and the scoring is off the charts, yeah, I think we still need scoring help. So I think we're still the same team basically with a better defense, harder to play against. I don't know that that'll translate into any playoff success yet, because you need the scoring side as well. So I kind of think, yeah, we're still not done yet. As far as Bergevin's not done. I'm not doing anything. It's Bergevin. Lundqvist to the Penguins. Capitals would be cool. Yeah, maybe to the Penguins. They just signed Jarry, so Matt Murray's got to be on his way out. Jarry signed 3 years, $10.5 million. So that's what same $3.5 million AAV. So yeah, they said they'll sign one or the other, and I guess Murray's on the way out. Actually think Tampa will bring in Henrik. You know how much Tampa loves taking from Rangers. True, they love having New York Rangers players on the team. Wouldn't be surprised if they sign Henrik as backup. Listen, it's a good option. He is old, 38, but if you're for your backup when you got a guy like Vasilevsky, yeah, he'd probably be a good signing. Depends how much he's going to ask for and all that stuff. So the Stars hide. That's your new song? I've got to go look for it after. Thanks. It does every now and then, just I want to say 2 or 3 days ago, I got a notification from something that I had seen though already. But it still every now and then shows me something from you guys. So I'll go check that out after. Definitely. Killorn and our first too much, second and something added to it. Wait, whoa. What was that? Killorn for our first, 16th overall. Too much, second and something added to it. Yeah, I wasn't really talking about that, but Tampa's going to want a draft pick, and maybe it's Killorn and somebody else coming back for the first pick. Maybe we're going to get Stamkos. I mean, Stamkos now is rumored to be maybe on the move because of his contract. So, what do you think about Anthony Mantha? Well, hang on, Rob. I got a drink. I've been well known to say that I would love to see him in a Habs uniform. But I don't see how they're going to get him out of Detroit, really. The price is going to be super high, and you got to look at that. I don't know. I'd love to see Anthony Mantha come here. So, hey, David. Ronald Garner, which position is the most important to the Canadians? Well, it's been center. I think it still is because we've had a weak center position. Haven't had anybody big. We're finally getting some good players in there. I think center. If you're looking at who's the best player on the team, it still is probably Carey Price. He's really the center focus going forward right now. I think they're doing everything to make sure that Carey Price can perform at his best and then add some scoring to that. So I think that's where they're going. Have a video idea for you. Do a sim for the offseason for the Habs. Who would you add? That great stuff. Well, I mean, we've been talking about that already. That's the talk about Killorn. That's who I would add. It's hard to tell. NHL, it's hard to tell, really. Everything we usually talk about, it's not what happens. Who was talking about Joel Edmondson coming here? Nobody. So, we're not on the inside. Even the insiders don't really get the info till it happens. So we all talk. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I've said, I was looking at Radko Gudas from Washington. Hey, hot take. I see you in there, buddy. Are we 32 people? Wow. And then they went out and got Edmondson. So it was kind of unseen. I hear Gudas is negotiating with Washington right now. It doesn't look good. He's probably going to hit the open market. So, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. So I've given my opinions, really. It's starting to go really fast. So if you don't get a comment in, either take a super chat, because I'll really see that, or retype it in, and I'll get to it eventually. I'm sorry, but it's going fast. Crosby, Dubois, or Killorn, who would look better in a Habs jersey? Well, Crosby, I mean, right now, that if we could get Crosby, still got enough, he would really help us. But I think Killorn's a possibility. Hot take, 30 people up in here. Awesome. Hope you're doing well, Rick. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. And I'm going to say to you, Hot Take Hockey in the room. He's a legend. John is a legend the way his channel's moving up with subs. He is a legend. Hardest working guy I know besides the hockey guy in this hockey YouTube. So thanks, buddy, for being here. And I'll just remind, we've got 30 people. If you're enjoying yourself, give a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get up to 30 thumbs ups. Is that how you say it? 30 thumbs ups? Yeah, I guess. Let me get back to you guys. Everybody's saying hi to John. COVID-19. Yeah, well, it's bad here in Montreal. I'm in Montreal. It's pretty bad. So, hey, listen, we're in lockdown. Like not a restrictive one. Unfortunately, because I see people just not caring about it. But we're in lockdown. I wear a mask, as always, hasn't changed. So, yeah. Okay, we got 2 more thumbs up. If you're having a good time, give a thumbs up. Plus, if you want to support the channel, and this is a small channel, so this channel needs all the support it can get. Take a super chat, or you can join, take a membership. That would be great. Take a membership, and you will get entered to win those hockey skates. pair of Bauer Supreme, size 7.5, so they're small, sort of for, a young person, young adult, and but in great shape. Or you can't even, I don't even know if they were worn exactly. The ankles aren't even creased at all. So anyway, so if you do that, you get entered, and you can give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. We'll get that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're new to the channel, I haven't gotten to that part, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll get notified of all these videos that I put out and all these fun live streams. And see, we even get Hot Take Hockey coming in, and John's a friend of the channel, so he comes in sometimes. So, hey, subscribe. Hey, I don't know where I'm going with that. Okay. Let's see. Garrett, hey Garrett. I'm always being safe. I'm as safe as I can be. Every now and then, I find I go out, take my dog for a walk, and it's usually the late time, like at night, midnight, and there's nobody out. Forget my mask. It's the only time. I wear a mask everywhere, and I don't wait till people are around. I wear it. I leave my door, lock it. I'm wearing a mask, and it stays on until I get back home, basically. So. Yeah, I try to be safe. I hope everybody in this room is doing the same thing, basically, and being safe and not taking chances with themselves and with other people. Because the second wave is hit us. Maybe not where you're living right now, but it's going to get there eventually, and we got to get through it. So yeah. Do I reckon Bergevin trades the 16th overall pick? Okay, I'll say this. Now, Jeff's not here. Jeff Head, who is a moderator, and he's my co-host on the podcast. He's predicted this, I think, for me, at least 2-3 weeks. He's been predicting that Marc Bergevin will trade that pick. And it's looking more and more like it's a really strong possibility. So I'm going to say that if the deal is right, and it helps the team, I think, yeah, he will. If not, no, I think he'll make the pick. But I think he's open to it. I think if a team sees they need to move up to get some guy because he's going to be gone when they pick, they'll try to strike a deal, and it'll bring in probably the winger we're looking for. I don't think he does it for any other reason. So let's hope something good happens with that. But yeah, I think he's just as likely to trade it as not. If you want to see offensive hockey in the AHL, watch Laval this upcoming season. Harvey Pinard, Ilonen, Paling are all going to be there. On paper, the team looks great. Yeah, I can't wait to see how Harvey Pinard does. I really like Harvey Pinard a lot, as I've said a number of times. I think he's going to be one of those guys that, unlikely 7th-round pick and makes the team. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar. That's not, if anybody hears that and what I'm saying, that's not what I'm saying. But I think he's going to be one of these solid, probably, I see him as a third-line player that came out of nowhere, sort of. I just like his intelligence. He can put up offense. He did it in the AHL, in the QMJHL anyway. So I think the guy's got a lot of potential, and just I've got a gut feeling about him. So yeah, I think Laval's going to look a lot better. And, as the picks get better and they come through the system, Laval's going to get better. When Crosby's 37 and ends his contract with the Penguins, would you like to see him sign a 1-year deal with the Habs? That is in a video that I did beginning of this, before in the offseason last year, beginning of that, I don't remember when, somewhere. I think in the offseason, last offseason. And I think it was 10 things in the next 10 years. And one of them was that in his after his contract is up with Pittsburgh, Crosby will sign 1 season for Montreal and finish his career here. Kind of unlikely when you really, really, really think about it. He's going to want to finish his career as a Penguin and give that to the fans. He's that kind of a guy. So, but I would like to see him do that. But then again, only if it doesn't hurt the team, because you don't want him just to be here just because he's Sidney Crosby. Still got to be able to help. Going to get an AHL subscription to see the Rocket play. Yeah, awesome. I don't really have time to do that. Right now, maybe that's something I can think about instead of doing a second channel on the NHL. Maybe I could do it on the AHL. So it's another option, but that's down the road anyway. Would like to see Crosby here now. Yeah, well, someone gave that option earlier about 3 players, and one of them was Crosby. And yeah, I think Crosby will look great right now. He's still capable, can still help the team, and yeah, I think it would be great to see that. I'll let you know about players, how they play too for the Rocket. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Anytime anybody wants to give me some information, just go follow me on Twitter at Talking Habs, and you can DM me, and yeah, we'll go from there. Jeff is back. Hey, buddy, where'd you go? I didn't realize you were gone. Sorry. It's not a knock on you or anything. But it's not rolling as fast as it was because we have less people. So the draft is coming up. Did you guys, anybody watch the video I just put out? I don't know if you had time. I just put it out, just got it out in time. I was working on it all on and off all day. One of those days, you know, phone calls and this and that stuff to do, and just one of those days. Didn't even eat supper before, so got those videos out just in time. Do I think Ryan Poehling will take a step forward this season? I certainly hope so, but this is all I got to say for Ryan Poehling. Ryan Poehling, Jeff, you had to drive home. I didn't realize you weren't home. Ryan Poehling, okay, think about it. We had Poehling, Suzuki, KK. You can put Jake Evans in there. So these are 4 young centers, I guess, right? They're all centers. And, I mean, what's the likelihood Montreal or any team has 4 young centers or even 4 young, good prospects almost ready at the same time and all 4 of them hit in the NHL? It's actually very unlikely. And considering that Poehling didn't, I'm just saying that it's possible Poehling is the one of them that doesn't hit at all. So I'm kind of thinking it might be, sorry for my hand on my face, it might be an idea to include him in a package if you need to and move him while his trade value is good. But I'd like to see him take a step forward. It would be awesome if all 4 of them would hit and be good NHL players. Conventional wisdom would have Bergie taking on a bad contract from a salary-shedding team. I would rather only overpay our current players. You know, I don't think that's the case right now. With the signings that they've made, getting Jake Allen, Edmondson, I don't know that there's enough money left over in the till to take on a bad contract at this point. So I'm not so sure that he can do that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Live streaming the draft? Yes, I will be putting out the video for it, the notification very soon. It's already ready to go. I just have to put the thumbnail to it. But yes, going to be live streaming the draft starting at 7. I know it says it starts at 7. I don't know how quickly they'll start, so figuring probably going 7 till maybe 9. I don't know. I might stop at 16 and then not, because I'm a Habs channel and I don't know if there's much reason to go through the rest. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be live streaming. I watched the first 10 minutes or so before coming in here. Watched the first 10 minutes of? Sorry, I'm not sure of what. Thanks. You can call me Jeff. Yeah, well, you're talking to him. Yeah. Yeah, that's Jeff Roadside. Or what do I call you? Roadside Jeff? It's been so long since you've been a regular. I'm sorry, and I'm not criticizing at all because people have lives, and I do get that. But it's like I forget what I was calling you. Was Jeff Scarecrow or Roadside Jeff? I like them both. So you might get a little bit of both thrown in there. So, well, yeah, shows are. Listen, I do here an hour and a half just sitting here talking, not doing much special. I'm tired afterward. And yeah, I can imagine when you're playing music for an hour and a half, 45 minutes even, got to be tiring. People don't realize it. You know, I didn't realize it. You know, I used to hear these disc jockeys or radio guys saying, you know, they're really tired after a shift. And the shift is like 3-4 hours. And I'm like, well, it's only 3-4 hours, not that hard. And then I did a live stream for an hour and it was like, oh my God, that's tiring. I think they need to give RP even more of a chance because he has the size we need. No, I'm not saying they're not going to give him a chance, but if you get an offer that's good for the team and they want Poehling, I'd say you throw Poehling in there. Jeff, shows are always worth it. They're always, even if you're tired going in, you might not be in the best mood, whatever, but you do the show and you good time and it pumps you up. 4 hours, no wonder you're tired. How are you even here? But it's always worth it. How are you even here after a 4-hour show? Oh my God. Well, I thank you for coming in. But you can relax here. You don't have to do much. Just sit here and listen and watch. But I appreciate that. And wow, what are you, Bruce Springsteen? Springsteen used to do 3-hour shows. Awesome, buddy. Give the fans what they want. Your draft pick V. What about my? Oh, wait. Now I'm lost again. Sorry, I'm gonna have to scroll up and see what that was about. Oh, yeah, it turned out long. 26 minutes. I apologize. You know what? There were times when doing a video like that, I was like, how am I even going to do 5 minutes? I don't know what to say. And I ran a lot of that because it was scouting report stuff, but I can make them go, let me put it this way. 10-minute videos, like, okay, I'll do 10 minutes and it's 20 minutes. I have trouble getting under. The odds and ends one was only 7:41 or something like that because I was rushed. I had to get a bunch of things to do. The live stream was happening. I think that was 6:30 when I did that video. So I had to record it, look at it, and post it, and be ready for 7:30. I walk my dog. So yeah, so I went through it pretty quick. I liked it, so I put it out. So I hope it's okay. There's nothing big in there. It's just some fun stuff. The signings, the goalie signings, whatever I could do. I just thought I'd put that out there. I like the odds and ends thing because I renamed the news of the day for 2 reasons. One is because when I do news of the day, I'll get a comment here and there that I'm just like the hockey guy. You're stealing from the hockey guy because he does NOTD or news of the day. Okay, fine. And then I just, the other day, I was like, oh, odds and ends. I like that. I can throw different things in there. It doesn't have to be news items that just came out. Odds and ends, you can pick up a bunch. So I like that. So that's why you got odds and ends now. Where am I? I don't even know where I am. If you were a GM, would you rather overpay a player or give them 8 years for term? I think every single player is an individual case. I don't think you can go paint with a brush and say something like that. You have to take a player for who he is, for what he's done, for what you think he's going to do, how he's been evaluated, where the cap space, where the cap is, what space you got, what's coming down the road, players you got to sign. You got to take everything individual. No, I mean, some guys you don't mind overpaying, you might have to overpay. Some guys you don't want to give the long term. It's not, so there's a lot, it's different for everything. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get. I think if a GM is like, oh, well, I just do this way. Anybody doing their job goes, I just do things this way, and you're not open to different things and different ways of doing things, then you're missing out. You're probably not very good at your job, stuff like that, Jeff, you're the one who works the internet the hardest, the drummer. Yeah. Oh, you wait a second. I forgot about you're a drummer. You did 4 hours of drumming. Sorry, I'm speechless for a second there. 4 hours and you're even be able to type. I wouldn't be able to move my arms. Awesome, dude. That's called, you see, that's called commitment. The artist's commitment to their craft, really. I could say to all your fans, but I know you're a small band. I'm sure you do have fans, so I'm not saying you don't. But it's not like a big band where they got these thousands and millions of fans. But, you're showing a commitment to your art, and that's amazing. And that's how you pay your dues, buddy. And when you pay your dues, eventually good things happen. So all the best, and the mad respect for 4 hours of drumming. Like, really mad respect for that. Springsteen's your wife's favorite? I was always a fan. I liked Springsteen a lot. I used to listen to him a lot. But I never thought I'd say like he's one of my favorites, but as I've grown older, I respect him a lot more and listen to him a lot more. I can play. I'm rusty now, but My Hometown, nice easy guitar song. Love that. And I love Springsteen. There's a few songs I absolutely love of his, and he's a great artist. He really is, you know. So yeah, he's one of my favorites. I've got a lot of favorites, but he's definitely one of my favorites, without a doubt. NHL, how's it? Thanks for coming. I lost my words. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. As always, thanks for being a member. I don't shout members out often enough, but I had it even written on my video, and I forgot till the end, but I'm really sorry. And my youngest always reprimands me for that, because he's a member now, and he reprimands me for not, shouting out members often enough. So because he's a member and he's going to do that, you guys are going to get treated better. And I should only say this. There's videos nobody's watched. I just put out videos. Nobody's watched them. There's 2-3 videos that nobody's watched that are members only. And you have to go to the community page, find me on a community, whatever, click, find my page. Their links are there. It's the only way I can put links up to them, so I'm sorry. So, but definitely there's videos, guys, members you haven't watched yet. I think Shamir is the only one to watch the 50 goal scorer video. Yeah, Derek, he just put it up. He's the only one, though. Shamir, you're still the only one. And I can't figure it out. And I know it's YouTube. It's their it's the way they're for members only to post videos for you guys. It's a beta system, and I don't think it works very well, because I don't think you guys get the notifications. The last 2 or 3 members only live streams, nobody's been there. And I don't think it's your guys' fault. I just don't think they're putting out the notifications for members only very good on the community. And when the live stream, I'm a member, and I know I didn't get the notifications. So that's another good thing about me being a member of my own channel, is I can see if the notifications are getting pumped out. And they're not getting pumped out very good. So I hope it's something they fix very soon. But it's a beta thing, so they're not ready with their whatever they're going to do. It's going to be something new when they finish what they're working on. But I hope it's a lot better than what it is now. So I apologize, but there's videos out there. And look, I don't know how to find them, because even though I'm a member, I can't go looking for them as a member. So I don't know how you guys do find them when you find them. So whatever it is, you got to look for them. There's new videos there. I won't say it any more than that. I'll be watching the latest hockey card vid as well soon. Yeah, I just wish I had better variety in my cards. But I think every now and then it's really cool just to pick out a bunch of cards and look at the old names. And I'll just talk about them as best I can for how I remember them. So I kind of think that's fun. And then you see what they look like in their uniforms in the older days. It's hard to think that those are the older days, but we're looking at early 90s. That's all I got left, really. So, yeah. George, you're paling bashing. At worst, he is a late bloomer who presently pales in comparison to Suzuki, Evans, and KK. And I would not disagree with you at all, because I have said many times, a guy his age is not a bust. And I'm not calling him a bust. What I'm saying, though, is that we had those 4 guys, and it's unlikely that 4 of 4 actually become. So I'm saying maybe Paling's going to be that guy, but by any means, is he a bust now? No, he's way too young, and it's unfair to call him a bust. But his trade value is still good. And I think if you're going to trade one of these young guys, Paling could get traded to bring something back good. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But no, I'm not calling him a bust by any means. So if that came across that way, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just mean his chances of not being a bust actually are kind of less in that foursome, right? So, although it's got to happen sometimes where you get all 4 will be NHL players, because it doesn't look at every team and go, well, you got 3 guys. Well, one of those, you know what I mean? It's just that's an average. So I hope he at the very least, is a good NHL player. If it's in Montreal, definitely. If it's not, I still hope he has a great career and is a good player because I like the kid. I have nothing against him, even though he is a Republican and a lot of people don't like him because of that reason. I think that's no reason to dislike a player for his play and want him shipped away, especially he's a young guy. He hasn't been, he's not like Theo Fleury or anything like that. So, yeah. So, sorry. I didn't mean to make it seem that way. I also have some of the old Panini hockey sticker books. Yeah, the good old days. And that's also some nice nostalgia there. I wish I had some of that. I might have had a few of the stickers, but I never had a book and the stickers. I collected cards more, but I remember them, that's for sure. From the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, that's it. But I only have left from, it's the only stuff that survived the fire was the big, I had them in big boxes, all my card boxes in big boxes. And it was that era. That's the only thing that I had left that survived, that didn't get damaged. Like it was like, you know, I had a couple of, you know, it was in the middle and then like, so everything around it got screwed, and that's what I got. And it's good because, you know, that's my Larry Robinson autograph. I've got some like special ones that were in that box and they survived and I'm really happy about that. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. I'll go back over that box of the more special, different. That's the one. That's the only one I really have some variety, some like different kinds of cards and stuff like that. So maybe that'll be the next hockey card video. It'd probably be for members only because hockey card videos in general don't do well. So I intend probably to do hockey card videos for members only. So if you like hockey card videos and you haven't joined the membership yet, it's only $1.99 for the lowest one, and you get my hockey card videos, and you get entered into the drawing for the skates, which actually is coming soon because the games are over. I was hoping to get raised a little bit more with that as a fundraiser, but I said by the time, at the very latest, I said by the time the season starts, but I think I'm going to do it before that because without the game on, nobody's really interested in that contest. So I don't think it's fair to everybody to wait much longer. So I'm going to decide really soon when that's going to end, and we're going to do a drawing for it. And right here on Saturday Night Hockey Talk, I wanted to, you know, and we'll see who's going to win that. How satisfying would it be to win a cup in the next 3 years with 69% of our team homegrown? You know, I'm of the thinking anyway that it would be satisfying just to win the cup with whoever is here. It's nice to have that they're homegrown. If you mean that they are Canadian, there's a few more French players than normal. Yeah, it's always great for that. I definitely like that. But I just want to win another cup and get the, you know, that excitement of the playoffs. Hey, listen, you can't argue. Even though we lost to the Flyers, it was an exciting playoff run against Penguins and the Flyers, and I would like to see that extended, you know, one of these years where they go right to the end, and that would be really nice. And hopefully they'll be the winners. My first cousin, Jeremy, met Patrick Roy back in 91 when he was 7. Well, was Roy 7 in 1991? Wow, I didn't know that. I'm just joking. Roy signed 2 cards for him. Yeah, I never got a chance to meet Patrick. I would like to, but he was always too busy because of the rings in his ears. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I never got to meet any of the more modern players. I only met Bob Gainey twice inadvertently. Literally bumped into each other. I've told the story a couple of times. If anybody hasn't heard it before, back in the day when I was young, and Bob Gainey, I believe, was the captain of the Habs. I used to do courier work, and one of our clients, because I worked for family, and my uncle at the time, I mean, he's dead now, but not Sydney, Sammy Maislin was I don't know at the time if he still owned part of the team, but he had owned like 10% of the Habs. He was one of the minority owners, and So we had them as a client, and we used to go to the old forum, and to go up into the offices, you'd go up on the right on the corner of the building, straight up, and then a 90 like that I guess 90 degree, and then up that, and you couldn't see. So I bumped into him literally, me running down, him coming up right at that turn. We literally almost bumped into each other. And then once going into a store, I want to say I was coming out of the store and he was going in, could have been the opposite. But we both grabbed the handle at the same time to pull. Twice I did kind of like that with Bob Gainey, and I didn't stay there and talk to him. I don't know, I guess I was shy, but I did say, great season, good luck, whatever time of the year it was, said something to him, but didn't talk to him for long. But so that, and who else did I meet? I think that's it, honestly. I don't think I've ever met. I saw Chris Nyland in a bar. I was drinking in a bar a long time ago, and he was there. And when he went up to the bar to get a drink, he passed our table. Said hi to him. That's it. I don't think I've actually met any other of the players. So I missed a bunch of things. Sorry. So you know what to do if you want me to read it. King Kong or Godzilla. That's a funny one. That's funny. MJ. Hey, MJ. I was big into collecting sports cards back in the 90s. Not anymore. Was younger and had more disposable income back then. Exactly. And when I was collecting those in particular, funny enough, I had a friend, and we took we had a regular booth in a flea market. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Laval, and we sold hockey cards. Then he had a ton. I had a bunch. We bought a bunch. We were just selling the cards like that. And yeah, so most of those that I had left over from that perished in the fire, but these did not. So what's my thinking on selling the first round pick? Well, first of all, it's not selling. He's trading. My thinking is, if he gets the player that he's looking for, like if he can get that solid goal-scoring winger that we need, I have no problem with it. If it helps the team, I have no problem with it. I think he's hoping to do that with the pick. So, but I also think it's 50-50. They'll trade it or they'll make the pick. I think it's 50-50. I have a feeling it's going to be something that happens at the draft, and it's going to be depending on who's being picked. And if a team says, "Oh, we need to trade up to get this guy, or we're not going to be able to get him," they might make a deal like that to get him. So yeah, I think it could be something like that. But I think it's probably just as likely he trades it as he doesn't. Have you heard of Jeremy Keefe? No, I have not. He's a former journalist for Global News, and he was a child actor in the movie The Boys of St. Vincent. Okay. Oh, is he from where you are? I've heard of that movie, and I know Global News, but no, I've never heard of it. At least, I don't remember off the top of my head if I have. So, no, but I do remember the movie. I didn't watch it because it wasn't my cup of tea at the time, but I do remember that. Corey P. I met Bob Gainey once. Did you get to talk to him? Not like me, who just went blah, 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 and left. I couldn't talk to him, got his autograph. No, why would I do that? I met Shane Corson. Awesome guy. Shane Corson, one of my favorite Habs of all time. Just favorite. I don't think he was the best Hab of all time or anything like that, but just one of my favorite Habs for whatever reason of all time. One of the reasons I think that I like to wear number 27 if I'm playing hockey is Shane Corson. Jeremy's a big wrestling fan too, and he loves the Incredible Hulk. I definitely not into wrestling, and not really a superhero guy. I love the show The Boys because it's a totally different look at superheroes, and I love that, but I'm not really into superheroes. I'm definitely not a wrestling guy. I think I was 8 years old when I found out wrestling was fake, and I went, "Oh, really? I'm not watching that anymore." I used to like wrestling a lot back then, and I have literally not watched wrestling ever since then. Which prospects do you think will make Montreal besides Romanov? Meaning this upcoming season, eh? You know, I'm not sure it's going to be a ton of prospects that make it or anything, but there's going to be a lot of changes to the team. So beyond Romanov, I don't know if there's anybody that's a sure bet to make it. So kind of hard to say. But I think there's going to be some changes to the team, some new guys coming in, as opposed to more than Romanov making the team. But I do really believe Romanov, he's going to get every chance to make this team, and I think he's capable. He just got married, by the way. I should have put that in the odds in it. He just got married. One of the things he was going back home to do after the playoffs was to get married. So, yeah, so he's 20 years old. He just got married. Don't know. Like, I wish him the best. She's a beautiful young woman. I wish him the best, but oh my God, he doesn't know what he got into. Neither does she, so it's not being sexist, but I wouldn't do it again. I would never get married again. There's no reason for it. If I was young and knew what I know now, no reason for it. Why would I want to get married? I would not get married. Do you still think Domi feels the same as he did a year ago about playing in Montreal? Also, do you think his dad actually uses Goalie? That's a good question. I love the second question a lot. Do I really think his dad uses Comwave? I never heard if Ty Domi was cheap or not. So I would tend to think probably not. But if he's a cheap type of person, which is very possible, even though he made money, and they probably give it to him really cheap or free, yeah, he probably does. And do I think he's feels the same? I think he feels the same about Montreal. Yeah, that he loves the team, loves the city, he loves to stay here. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I really do. But I also think he wants a decent contract. He wants to make decent money. I think that's the fact that he got Darren Ferris as his agent kind of says that. I'm not as convinced as I was, say, even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that means that he's on his way out necessarily. So I don't know. There's a lot of – it's hard to say what's going to happen with Domi, but I do think he's just as committed to staying here if he can and loves the city, loves the team, loves the tradition. I don't believe it. Don't believe any of those rumors or conspiracy theories about him like that. I mean, to me, it's kind of dumb. Why would he change like that all of a sudden? So, yeah, I don't think so. He's your cousin. Aren't you all cousins out there? Just joking. Don't get upset at me. Come on. It's a good joke. Come on. He set me up for it. It's awesome, buddy. Is he a subscriber? Because I'll like him even more. No, it's just bugging you. The Boys is amazing. When the Deep was riding that whale and the boat just drives through it, laugh my ass off. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm caught up. Actually, not last episode. I'm going to watch it maybe later tonight. I love that show. And if you watch my video, I think the second one, the odds and ends one, Norseman. I'm going to try to remember to put it in the description here. I didn't. I'm going to try to add it. There is maybe I can put it here. If you like Norseman, if you haven't seen Norseman, it's on Netflix. It is hilarious. Hilarious. So well written, so well acted, just super funny, hilarious. Can't say enough about it. And Netflix isn't renewing it for season 4. And this series has a ton more to do. And so they have a petition to either get Netflix to greenlight them, or hopefully somebody else will pick them up. So the link is in the description of my odds and ends video and the 10 prospects video as well. I'll try to remember to add it here. I don't know why I didn't put it in here. So yeah, please check that out. And if you haven't seen it and you want to see something really funny, only 6 episodes per season, half hour. It's really easy to digest and super funny. Just give you if you haven't seen it, just think of this. They have something called the shitting log. The shitting log. Okay. Joel Tuesdale. How do I get Tuesdale? Joel Teasdale look out for him. Yeah, I mean, I like the kid. The thing only unknown for Teasdale is brutal injury that he had. Brutal injury. He'll be in Laval this coming season. He just needs to. I just want to see what he looks like after such a brutal injury. He's been away a while. His development is probably a little bit, delayed. But I love the kid. Think he's got great talent, and yeah, I think you might be right. Look out for him. But he needs a year or so to get himself back to being that prospect, I think. Yes, Corson was my favorite Hab as well. Spent a good hour talking with him. You're a lucky guy. I would love to talk to him. Bada bing. How's it going, buddy? Hearing Leafs want Domi. Yeah, Leafs want everybody. Leafs can't. I mean, look, the Leafs can't afford much. They're talking about Pietrangelo. How? How are they going to afford Pietrangelo? Unless they're going to trade somebody. I heard Oliver Ekman-Larsson. But, one of the big three there making the big bucks is going to have to go. So unless they do that, if you see them move one of those guys, or maybe even Nylander and upward, if they move one of those guys, yeah, a big deal or big signing like that's going to happen. But they got to move money because they don't have a lot. They got, what, $4 or $6 million? That's all they got left space on the for the cap. So they don't have a lot of wiggle room to get anybody. What are my thoughts on Alex Romanov, Seamus golfer? Seamus, yeah, I don't think I've seen you before. Love the name Seamus, number one, and I love golf, so awesome name. My thoughts on Alex Romanov is I think he'll come in, make the team in camp, be the third pairing defenseman to start the season. I don't really think he'll move up because Edmondson is a top four guy. Sherratt, of those three on there, is a top pairing guy for now. I don't think he's his natural thing to be a top two defenseman. But I think after this season, I think he starts to move up in that lineup at some point, and eventually he's that number one on the left side. I like Romanov. I like what I've seen from him. I think the guy is a devastating hitter. I think I just like what I see from him, and I don't care about his size. He's only 5'11". I don't care. He hits like he's 6'4", and that's what matters. And he's a really good player. I think he's going to give a little more offensively than people are thinking he's going to give, and he's going to be a great addition to the lineup. Bada bing, actually, Leafs want everyone. That's what I said. Leafs want everyone. They can't afford anyone, but they want everyone. You know who else is related to my family? Rick Bowness, really. I'm not sure how. My mother knows, but yeah, he's my second cousin. He almost got it. Almost got it. Almost. I remember when Bowness coached. First of all, I think he was a player. Was he a player or just was a coach at his card? But he coached Ottawa in their horrible days, like their first horrible days when they first came into the league. They got like a rough. They got the real shaft when it comes to the draft and what they were able to pick, and compared to the guys now coming in, oh my God, Ottawa got nothing. Ottawa and I want to say Tampa Bay, and then the Sharks, and they got like nothing to pick from. Where the guys today are getting a ton to pick from. So Bowness is your second cousin. That's awesome. He came real close. I didn't even know that he was still out there and coaching and all that. And he really did a great job, gotta say. So that's pretty awesome, man. And what, you're from Nova Scotia, right? Yeah, you guys down there got some really good hockey players. I think per capita you get like a high number per capita compared to everywhere else, hockey players, and good ones, and you're good people down there. You're a little weird. I mean, I'm a little weird, but you're good people down there, that's for sure. I haven't been ever down to the Maritimes, but Nova Scotia is definitely somewhere I want to go one of these days. Rick, do you think Marc Bergevin will sign a top free agent next Friday or no? No. No, if you're looking for Taylor Hall or someone like that, no, they don't have the money right now for that. They don't, and I don't see them making moves to clear out the money to get Taylor Hall. I don't think Taylor Hall is somebody we should get. I think that's not a good move to make. I think Taylor Hall is going to be a huge disappointment if we get him. And at huge money and long term and all that. No, I don't think so. I think Marc Bergevin makes a deal, a trade, where that's how he makes a trade. He's not going out and signing someone expensive for big money and long term. No. Bonus is probably having a rough week. You're right. It's got to be tough to lose especially, at that point, you probably figure, I'm there. I'm going to get there. I'm finally here. I'm going to win a cup. And to not, it's probably really tough. I have to admit. I wouldn't want to be in that position, honestly. And yet I would like to be in that position. You know what I mean? So, George, does Cale Fleury count as a prospect making the team this year? I guess so, because he's not a regular. So, I would have said since he's played, no. And he played enough games that I don't think so, but I think he still is considered a prospect. I think he is. Because I don't think it's written in stone at all that Fleury will make the team this year. How do I become a member? Love the channel. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. You can. I don't think you can do it here in the live stream, but if you go on any of my videos, there's a little in blue. It says join. You click on that, and you just go from there. Starts at $1.99. I think it's $1.99, $4.99, and I have two people, but I didn't think anybody would take it. $14.99. And listen, the $14.99 gives you the right to be on the podcast if you so desire. That's one of the perks from the $14.99. You get invited onto the podcast twice a year. So, yeah, I'd love to have you as a member. We're always looking for new members. Want to grow that membership, and I'll be doing more videos for the members all the time. And hopefully they'll get that damn members beta thing fixed up so that it makes it a lot easier for you guys to get to the videos. But, yeah, that would be great, Rob. Love to have you there. Seamus, what are your thoughts 2 years later on the Patches trade? Wow, I mean, love it. Suzuki's my favorite player. Yeah, listen, you know what? I think it was a good trade for both. Tatar wasn't going to do anything in Vegas. It wasn't a fit for him there. So as far as the Tatar, you can say, well, look what we got. I don't think you can say that, well, they really lost out and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but he wasn't really a fit there, or he would have done well there. The Suzuki part, yeah, I definitely think even if it was just Suzuki for Patches, we would be winning that trade. Maybe not right now, but in the future, obviously. And they would be winning at the beginning. But when you threw Tatar in, it made us win the trade. So I think it's a great trade for Montreal. But I think Vegas got what they want from the trade. And so it's a win-win for both, really. It's a good trade. Fleury as a 7th D-man, and especially if Mete moves. Yeah, well, Fleury could be that guy. Someone is, and it could be Fleury. We'll see what the moves are. I think there's moves that come in, and we're going to find out what they are very well as they happen. Because, like I said earlier, I don't think we could talk about this trade and that trade, and what do you think here, what do you think there? And quite honestly, we could talk for hours and maybe still not get it right. That he's got who he's got, and he's proven that. He makes a lot of deals where we go, oh, never thought of that, and they work out fantastic. So, yeah, I do it because I got to do something up here. I try to talk about legitimate rumors, but yeah, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. That trade was a massive success. My son was a big fan of Max, though. He still wishes he played for the Habs. Well, yeah, but it was a huge success, and that's the business of hockey, right? There's no loyalty. The loyalty only goes to a certain degree, right? If there's a trade to improve the team, and it improves the team long term, you gotta consider it if you're a GM, right? For almost no matter who it is. So, Yeah, it was a business trade, and we got maybe an elite hockey player out of that. And then even if Tatar doesn't stay, we got a couple of great seasons out of him, and we're going to get something for Tatar if we move him. So it's one of those trades that can like kind of keep on giving. You know what I mean? Habs hockey, how's it going? Not too bad. We're in the last potentially half hour of the stream. Depending, I haven't eaten supper, so I didn't have time, and I'm hungry. But it's okay. We'll probably get the half an hour in. As long as you guys can keep feeding me the questions or we got conversation going, we're definitely going to keep going. There's a link in the description about becoming a member. There is a link in the description, I think. Anyway, so if that's the case, there's a link in the description. It might just be, though, the Discord, which I got to get back to using Discord. Hopefully that's coming up soon. I don't know. It didn't work with me. I got to give it another try, though. Okay. Taylor Hall is cancer in the locker room. Yeah, not just that. I don't think he performs to the contract that he's going to want. I don't see him getting that value out of him. Plus, he's definitely injury prone. So I don't want to take the chance for the money he's going to want and sign for. I don't want that here. Am I a fan of Drouin? Seamus is asking me that. Okay, Seamus, you're new here. How do I want to be? You might like Drouin. You don't know. Listen, he's a Montreal Canadian. He is probably not going to get traded. He frustrates the hell out of everyone. Yes. Am I a fan of him? He wears a Habs uniform. So goddamn right I am. I want to see him do well, and I want to see him perform. As long as he's wearing that Habs uniform, I'm definitely going to be a fan of Drouin. Does he frustrate the hell out of me? Yes. Yes, he does. I mean, he gets me angry. Yes, he does. But damn right I'm a fan of anybody wearing that Montreal Canadiens uniform. I want Amarov at 16. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think Amarov will be there at 16, but I don't. I think any of those guys in my list, there's maybe only one or two that I might say, I don't know. But Amarov would be a guy I'd be happy with. Seems like he's going to be a good pick. Drouin will play better with Suzuki. Well, we're going to find out. I think there's going to be enough changes to go happening that I don't know that we can literally figure out what the lineup is going to be like yet. I wouldn't want to make a lineup video. So I think I liked what I saw from Drouin and Suzuki in the playoffs. I did. Do I think that necessarily that's going to stay together? No, I don't. But I think it's a good possibility they could stay together because I did like what I saw. There was some good passing. Drouin is not going to drive a line offensively, but he's going to be a great supporting character, on a complementary player to a good player like Suzuki. And you saw that a couple of times with some really good passing by Drouin to Suzuki. I think both times. They're just beautiful. I don't know if the second one was Suzuki, but just they work together really good. And I'd like to see more of it, but who knows where they're going to go and who they're going to bring in. And I think it's going to make a big difference. So we'll see how that goes. My big concern with Taylor Hall is he is inconsistent. Well, there you go. So take injury prone, inconsistent, wants a lot of money and a lot of term. That's not really four good values that you want in a free agent like that, right? I mean, those aren't four you're really going to say, oh, I take any one of those. You wouldn't really want any one of those, really. So I think Taylor, quite frankly, they don't have the money at this point. Unless they make a big move, they don't have the money to sign Taylor Hall anymore. So Taylor Hall, to me, is out the window. Any big name free agents, out the window. They may make some free agent moves, smaller guys, but and he said that in that interview with Tony Marinaro, where we sat earlier in the week. So yeah, we'll have to see where they go. Hey, listen, it's Marc Bergevin. Like I said, we're talking about all kinds of things. He's probably going to come in from left field with something because that's what he does. So it's fun to talk about what he might do, but it's hard to nail it down. Do you think the Habs going to trade Max Domi to the Rangers for Lafreniere? Stephen Cog, you see I put you as a mod? Did you see that? I know you are asking me a number of times if I'm correct. Or have you been a mod? I know I put somebody as a mod that's been a long time. They were asking me. If you've been a mod for a while, then disregard that. And I just think of someone else. But good to see you as always. I mean, I know you're not serious, so nobody's getting Lafreniere. Honestly, I mean, if you're whatever team, if you're the GM of whatever team, are you going to trade Lafreniere? Really? The pick? I don't think so. What would it cost to get Ehlers, Domi, and Mete possibly? Oh, wait a second. You didn't use punctuation. What would it cost to get Ehlers, Domi, and Mete possibly? You know, I don't think it would be Mete that they would want. I mean, I heard somewhere that Winnipeg kind of likes Kulak, so I kind of think it's got to be Domi and Kulak. You know, I think because they said they want a second-line center and a top-4 defenseman. I'm not sure Mete meets that qualification, top-4 defenseman. But I think Kulak does. Maybe just barely, but I think he does. So I would think that if you're looking to get Ehlers, which I like, that, Domi and Kulak. But I will admit something that I think as it's getting closer to all this, I'm kind of leaning towards that they are less likely. I'm less likely to believe Domi's going to get traded. So let's see how that plays out. Seamus, should the Habs even consider moving Danault, considering how good he is defensively? No. Danault's not going anywhere. That's just, you know, people like to talk. Danault's not going. I said it right from when that first came out. Doesn't matter what he said. He's not going anywhere. And he's going to be first-line center come opening day. I fully expect Danault to be first-line center come opening day because Suzuki and KK, while they did do a lot better and they are going to be the first and second center, maybe as soon as in the next year or two, I think they need to start the season second and third and play their way up again because I think that's what needs to be done. They're too young to put the team on their backs yet. And Danault can handle it and handle it well, and he's going nowhere. You'd be, in my opinion, you would be pretty making a big mistake to let Danault walk or to trade him. Sorry, guys, had to cough. Couldn't hold back on that. I need a drink because I'm going to cough again if I don't drink. So give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, there wasn't this scroll up. Is there nothing in Arizona Coyotes either? Who are we talking about there, David? I'm missing out on that one, David. Oh, you're talking Taylor Hall. He did, I mean, okay. Nothing great there. So, yeah. I mean, just take all that into consideration. Habs hockey. I take Hall at 2 years, $6.5 million to prove himself. If he does, he can get that $10 million. You know, I'm going to tell you, frankly, I don't even think I would take him at that. I don't think I want Hall here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good for the room. And don't ask me to tell you why, because I don't know why exactly. But I just get that feeling, and I don't want him here. So that's how I feel about it. I just subbed. Thank you, Seamus. I appreciate that. You're a Vegas fan, but I want to learn more about the Habs. Awesome. Well, there's not too many of us doing just Habs. There's a couple of us. I suggest Scotian Canadian as well. And Scotty to Hockey, although Scotty's doing more hockey card videos than normal. Excuse me. But we're the three that are pretty much doing strictly Habs. So, yeah, check those guys out. They're both good. They're both great. I like both of those channels, watch both of those channels regularly. And they're different than me, and they give you a different look or a different point of view of it. So, yeah, if you want to learn more about the Habs, definitely check out Scotian Canadian. Imagine Amarov, Suzuki, Caulfield. Yeah. But remember, guys, it's even Caulfield. It's still potential. Until they get here and they do well, it's all potential, and we don't know. For me, I kind of prefer, and I hope nobody heard that. I kind of small burp just came. Couldn't help that. I kind of prefer Seth Jarvis. For some reason, Seth Jarvis does that for me. I don't think he'll be there for the Habs at 16, but I really like him offensively. His overall, what I hear about him, I didn't really see him play much, so I can't say that. This is all going by scouting reports, but I like Seth Jarvis a lot. Hope Pat Maroon signs with Montreal. Yeah. What are the odds he signs here and then that means the Habs win the Cup? I doubt the Cup's gonna follow him to another team for a third season in a row. Gregory, I think Deneau was tired when the statement came out. Yeah, listen, not really even that. He has confidence in himself. There's no reason why he would want to talk himself down. He thinks he can do the job. Why would he say anything other than what he said? Really? And why would you want him to say anything other than that and go like, oh, well, yeah, I think I should play third line center. These guys are great. They're much better than me. You're not. That's not, I don't really want to hear that from somebody. So, yeah, I think take it for that, Guy has confidence in himself. He knows what he'd like to do. And that's what he's saying. Will it affect? I don't think where they're going to play him is going to make him not want to sign. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, really. And I don't think the Montreal Canadiens are going to not want to sign him. So I don't think it makes sense not to sign him. This guy is if not elite, he is a top shutdown center in this league. At very least, that's what he is. And a possibly perennial Selke trophy candidate, So trading him, you want to win a cup, you need a guy like Deneau. Really, seriously, if you want to win a cup, you need a guy like Deneau. So if you're not going to have Deneau, you need another guy coming back that's like Deneau. But you already got Deneau, so why trade him? That's my thinking. I think we need to trade Byron. He's making almost $4 million. It would help us in re-signing players. I think Byron could be somebody involved in a trade. Yes. Yeah, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with that contract. I think he's getting, 3.4 for the next 3 years. Now, it's not that I don't like Byron, and I think he really played well in the last, 6 games of the season. Really played well. I'd love to see that here. But really, if you're going to look at a guy that's probably movable and very tradable contract, is probably Paul Byron. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's involved in a deal now or maybe next trade deadline or something. Being a diehard Blues fan, I hope Patrick Maroon sign with Montreal Canadiens. Well, I don't see it happening. I really don't. Maroon is a lucky charm. He will get a third cup with Montreal. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go out and sign a guy depending on him being a lucky charm. And I'm just not going to do that. Hey, Shamir, thanks for coming in, buddy. As always, thank you. See you on Wednesday's live stream, hopefully. And, check out the vids. Have a great rest of the weekend, too, buddy. No, I just don't see that happening, David. I just don't. So, we're getting close to my good night, too. I've got around 15 minutes if you guys can keep me going. Come on, guys. Byron can go to Ottawa. He'll at least still be close to Montreal. Yeah, Ottawa's should come out of this draft with a pretty decent team. You got to think that it's a strong possibility the 2 guys they're going to pick 3rd and 5th are probably going to be in their lineup next season. So that should go well for them. And, Byron to being that he's a Swiss Army knife type player, you can put him almost anywhere. There's not a team that doesn't really need a guy like that. So where is he going to go? I don't know. I don't know if you're saying goodnight. Gregory's saying goodnight to Shamir. If not, see you later, Gregory. Have a great night. Thanks for coming in, as always. And if you're staying, then I take that all back. And I'll say that later on. Yeah, you never know because you can't say a player's lucky and the cup's gonna follow him. Listen, he won 2 years in a row, two different teams. Hasn't been done very often, so I think he should count himself lucky. I think the Habs should sign Simon Simmons. Now, you know what? I don't really agree with you there, Seamus. I don't see what value Wayne Simons actually brings to Montreal at this point. I don't see what value he would bring here. Do you think we should trade Tatar? I really like Tatar, but I got to tell you, I think Tatar getting traded before the start of next season is a big possibility. I kind of think it is, depending on what kind of moves they make, I guess, or who you'd be trading them for. But I kind of think Tatar, and I said it, I don't think they re-signed Tatar. At least I think he's the guy that you let move on. But I can also see them trading him. I guess let's put it this way: Jeff, he's convinced me about that actually. Simons does want to go to Toronto, and I don't even know if Toronto can afford him. But I'd rather see him go to Toronto than to come to Montreal. I hope Ottawa Senators do good. I really like Ottawa Senators now. Yeah, I think they can, depending on who they pick and if they're playing in the lineup next season. But I think potentially Ottawa has a great draft, and they could be doing a lot better. Jeff, Roadside Jeff. No, I was talking about Jeff, the other Jeff. You know, the reason why I call you Roadside Jeff or Jeff Scarecrow, because Jeff Fedgehead, who is now goes by Jeff Head. He uses his real name. And, yeah. I wonder how much it would cost to get Voracek from the Flyers. Yeah. Good player. Just hate him because he was so good. He was always involved in the freaking offensive plays. Yeah, I don't know. I would think they'd want a lot. And we'd probably have to give up a lot for him. Is Jeff Petrie underrated? I guess some people would have him underrated. I think he's better than some people give him. I think he's a legit, possibly. I'm going on a stretch here in a limb, because I don't know if I know all of the players that might be in this list, but I think you could put him in the top 20 defensemen, and I don't think too many people would look at you like you're crazy. So yeah, he might be a little underrated. Zachary, how's it going, buddy? You're in late. Going to be ending soon, but thanks for coming in. As always, I do appreciate it. Also from Nova Scotia. Huh? Coincidence? Yep. Hey, listen, like I said, I got mad respect for you guys down there. Never been there, but always for some reason have wanted to go there, and have always felt some like an affinity for Nova Scotia, kind of in particular. No particular town in Nova Scotia, but Nova Scotia in particular. So I've kind of always really wanted to go there, but never have. And now I've got people there through the channel that I have a reason kind of to go down there, maybe, if I can find either the time and the money and all that stuff to do a trip. I would really be interested in seeing Nova Scotia. That I think definitely be a place I'd want to go. So maybe in the future, that's something I might do, a little road trip and have a meetup with you guys out there. I would love to do that. Like as a road trip, first road trip I would do, who was to Nova Scotia, I think that would be A1, like A1. And I'm not kissing ass here. I've always loved Nova Scotia. My wife and kids got to go one summer, and I had to stay home because I had to work, and I couldn't go. And they went with friends, and I never got to go. Otherwise, I would have gone, and I never got to go. So I'm kind of sorry I didn't get to go, and I want to go. So maybe that's a good reason. Hey, go do a road meetup, which would be great. So we'll see. Can I see like a Tatar for Cologne type deal? No, because Tampa is not able to take back salary. So if you're going to get a Killorn, you're going to get him for prospects, draft picks, because Tampa can't afford to take back money. They're trying to get rid of his money, not take any back. So, yeah, I don't think that would work. I think the Habs could be in the market for an offensive defenseman. Yeah, I guess depending, their defense, they put a lot of work into the defense for this offseason. I don't know if they're looking for that as opposed to trying to get that scoring winger solved first. And then if there's room to put an offensive defenseman, I don't think they would balk at it, but I don't know if there's room on the D line on the D line right now. So it's weird. It's nice to say they got a lot of prospects and a lot of good players down there. Hey, David, talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for coming in as always. Go Tampa. I picked Tampa, I believe, at the beginning of the RTP to win the Cup, and they did. We need offense. Our defense and goalies are great, and we're good in the playoffs. We need offense. We need some scoring up front, top six. On the wing, we need a goal scorer to come in here. And that's, I think, to me, that's the biggest need for Montreal right now. They've addressed the backup goalie. I think they've addressed the defense. Now, not everybody's totally happy with the way they have. I'm happy with it. I think you're looking at a defense that can get you to the playoffs. Now, because there's a difference in getting you there and getting you through it. But they can definitely be the kind of defense that can get you through the playoffs. So depending on who they round that defense out with, I think they need offense. We need offense. Our defense and goalies are great, and we're good in the play. Yeah, I think they've addressed the other problems. Look, before the Jake Allen trade, so nothing's happened yet, right? Nothing. I would tell you, and I did, they need to address the backup goalie, defense, and offense, a scoring winger, somebody up front. And they've addressed two of those problems. I think what's coming next, I can't see them, talking about making a move for a defenseman. They don't have the need to do that right now. They made their defensive move, and they need offense. So going after a defenseman, I don't know why talking about it doesn't make sense because I don't see that happening. What about Mike Hoffman? Okay, if you're a Pierre Maguire fan at all, he says no on the Hoffman thing. I have said I like his skills. What worries me is his wife and that off-season stuff with Erik Karlsson. So whoever said to me, laughed at me that I couldn't get Erik Karlsson's name the last time this happened, I got it, you see. Somebody told me, how did you not know Erik Karlsson's name? Okay. So that's the part that worries me. I don't know if I want a guy like that that can have that kind of controversy possibly in the dressing room. So, but I think he could be a good addition and get to those goals he needs from the winger. So, what do you think about Koivu coming in possibly? No. I know he's got the size, but he's getting old. I don't know. I guess depending on what kind of money he's looking for and terms, is going to be very important if something like that happens. But I don't think that's the guy that you need. I don't think he gives you the offense that you need, and I don't think that's kind of like taking a step sideways, and when they need to take a step forward. What do you think about? I read that. Well, okay. Hey, Jeff, have a great night. Thanks for coming in. You had fun here during the stream. Don't forget to check out the Stars Hide on your channel. Awesome. I'm gonna go look for it after in the my subscription page. See you next time, buddy. Thanks for coming in, and I miss you guys. I'm not you guys. You're one person. I miss you being here in the channel. I do understand you're working hard with your band. I definitely get it, but would love to see you more often. So have a great night, and thanks for coming in, buddy. As always, I really do appreciate that. Killorn for our 16th pick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted on who does better there. I don't know if that's an overpayment for Killorn or an underpayment for Killorn. But I don't think that could go straight up. So trade Alzner for Aho. Trade Alzner if possible. That would be awesome. But I don't know. I really don't know if that's going to happen. I don't see who's going to buy. Who's going to be the buyer there to take Alzner? It's a problem. I would do everything I could if I were the Habs. You know, retain some salary, just whatever you can to trade him out. But it's just not happening. And I don't think anybody's really interested. Okay, so we're at the end of the comments, and I'm getting tired here. So I'm going to call it a night. Paling may be second this year and next year for Killorn. Okay, I guess I'm not calling it a night yet. You're getting closer. I think Paling can be involved in a trade for Killorn, definitely with a pick. Yeah, but you're not. We're not trading just this pick even up. I don't know. There's got to be more pieces involved, maybe on both sides. What about the offer sheet or trade for Dennis Gurianov? Maybe he's the perfect and realistic target for the Habs. He might not be offer sheetable. I don't know. I don't know what his status is offhand. So I don't know. And I don't really like the offer sheet. It's not something that I like, and I don't really want them to do it. That's my opinion. Okay, so there you go. Thanks, everybody, for being in. I really appreciate it. I am getting a little tired, but I also have to eat. So I'm going to go and do that. But I want to thank everybody again for the support, for being here every week like you guys are. It was another fun live stream, and I hope I sounded like I knew what I was talking about. But you guys challenged me tonight, and I had a lot of fun trying to answer your questions, and it was a great conversation. So thanks, everybody. Hopefully you'll be back next week, and check out the videos. I just put out 2 videos today. One about prospects possible Montreal could pick and at 16, and as the news of the day type thing, Habs odds and ends. So check that out, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and peace out, y'all. Have a great rest of the Saturday and a great week. Bye, everybody.